bed.
Okay. Chloe, how are you feeling? I know you were sick. You have Rona in
The
your life.
Rona. I have the Rona, guys, but I'm fine. Thank you for checking in on me. This is
Oh.
some serious shit.
Yeah,
Kind of
what are you
crazy.
feeling?
I mean, typical no taste, no smell, which is wild if you've never lost any of those senses, like your taste or your smell, because you taste texture.
That's like
Everything
so
tastes like
gross, I
water.
feel like.
It's gross, yeah. So it's a really good time to only eat like really, really healthy.
So what did you
No
eat?
junk food. A burger.
Okay, so things are
I
going
was
well.
craving a burger. Yeah, no. It's wild. But so that's why Neeloo and I are both doing Zoom dates.
We're doing a
recording
separate
right now.
Yeah.
Just have to quarantine for 10 days. So I already have separation anxiety.
I know. How many days has it been now? Like 7?
I don't know. Yeah. Like
And
wait,
I
I'm
was
getting
gone
used
this
to it.
weekend, so we just
Yeah.
have like one
How
more
was that?
weekend to get through.
So Chicago is going into a lockdown. Well,
Yes, we are about to go
stay-at-home
in.
order.
Yeah, but pretty much everything is closed to some degree, right? Everything's 25% capacity or less or closed.
Literally everything is closed. So from my understanding, the indoor dining is closed, but outdoor you can eat, but it's in a tent. So it's 30 degrees in Chicago and you have to eat outside
Oy.
in a tent when you go on a nice date.
If
How
you go on a
fun. Dating is so much fun right now. Fuck.
I'm sad because museums are closed. I was supposed to go on my date to the museum. I wanted to see the Monet exhibit with my little 22-year-old crush. So me and Monet had to change our date to just drink. I think Saturday we're doing.
So what are you gonna do? Like where?
I don't know.
More staycations, it sounds like.
I'm hoping he decides. But this is the guy that I met through you from one of your friends who you
And
recently.
you hung out with him
Yes, I hung out with him last week. Yeah, and he was really fun.
How was it? What did you guys do?
We went to Beatnik, dragged Delaney with me, and then his friend came, and then we went back to his place and just like drank and smoked.
They're fun. I went on a FaceTime date with the other one.
His friend, right? Yeah.
I like FaceTime dates.
Okay, I guess how are we finding these guys to go on FaceTime dates with? How are we dating during quarantine?
Are you on dating apps, Neeloo?
Yeah, yes. Let's talk
Okay,
about
which ones have you
guys
had
on the
success
dating
with?
apps.
Let's talk about which dating app we should go on first.
What do you consider success?
Ooh, close rate.
None.
I guess that's different for everyone. So
I have never
okay,
had
quality
from a dating app, I don't think. Unless you count quality. Okay, I've had good dates. I've had really good dates. I've only really gone on 2, I think, 2 or 3 maybe.
Okay.
And they were all great dates, but like it didn't go past like a second date.
Okay, what like do you want to say what app you used? I know a lot of girls had asked that, not that it's like that.
I think I like Hinge, but I don't mind Bumble. I recently like got back into Bumble a little bit, and I got some Instagram followers from Bumble from guys because my Instagram's connected to it, and then I got some DMs. So like that was like an easy way to kind of get guys that I could talk to without having to like message them first.
So put your Instagram bio in your dating app so that they can
you can connect. Yeah, you can connect your Instagram on like I think most dating apps you can connect it and they can like directly go to it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I know Hinge you can connect your Instagram, but I didn't know they could even see like your name. They could just see like your profile.
So put your name in.
I like Hinge, but like I have a few thoughts here. One, the cringy.
The question.
Like, the questions, A, are cringy. B, the visuals are so bad.
I'm going to pull up some.
I know I've talked about that.
Well, you talked about it, yeah.
Raya, I'm on Raya. It's like lame, but it's like a really good networking tool. And there's a lot of babes on there, but no one lives in your city. So Raya is great for networking if you're going to like New York or LA, but other than that, it's irrelevant. There's like 10 people on Raya in Chicago total. Okay, moving on. Dating profiles. What do you need to know about dating profiles because I've helped so many guys with their dating profile so that more girls will like swipe right.
Mm-hmm.
Neeloo, I would love to hear what your thoughts are. My thought is that like you just need content. Like you
I
need to
don't want to
have
I don't want to like expose this person, but like how my mother would describe me, a handsome young angel.
it's a mama's boy. So, some people might want a mama's boy.
A handsome
Not
young
me.
angel.
Ugh, cringe.
It's
I mean,
cringy.
mine are really bad. So
Mine are so lame. Mine are like one words answers, like
what do
bulldog,
yours say?
matcha
Yeah, pull
latte.
yours up.
Mine are
Mine's
well,
like
right? Currently.
what are your life goals? I'm like mob
Okay,
wife.
so I recently changed mine. So right now I'm looking for me and Delaney decided to change mine too. I'm looking for two guys who want to go on a double date with me and my roomie.
Oh, I thought that was going somewhere else. So I'm glad that
No, we're like, why don't we find guys to go on double dates with or
No,
something?
that's so smart.
I think at one point I had something about like espresso martinis with tequila
Yeah.
together.
I definitely talked about an espresso martini to someone the other day. So thanks to you. With
Love
tequila.
that.
Mine says my love language is space.
Oh, like give me space. Yours?
Half the people think that like I'm talking about club
About outer
space
space?
or outer space.
Oh,
A life goal of mine, mob wife.
okay.
I'm
So yours are
weirdly
fun.
No, they're awful because you can tell I'm so sarcastic. I'm weirdly attracted to people with personality.
See, but yours are
Sorry,
funny.
I'm not funny.
Mine are like I don't even care enough to write anything. So
No, I
like,
think that's good. Yours are
but no,
good.
yours are conversation starters. I like yours more.
I think just do less on these
Do you think
situations.
so?
I don't think like I think when you try too much, you're just trying too hard. Like just be authentic and like don't overthink what does my answer need to be, because I think you can see guys that have like perfectly crafted answers. Okay, so a perfect profile. I will show you a
Yeah.
perfect profile. I
Tell
actually
us
had
the
one the other day. I did compliment him as well. Almost perfect. The first photo is your first impression. Make sure it is a clear photo of you, headshot, whatever. Make sure it's clear. Okay, you can see your eyes. Okay, first photo, first impression. Needs to be clear. Got it? Then you need to have one of you traveling somewhere so that you are cultured. Okay? You can have one that's smiling and one that's serious. You need to have both in the mix. Okay? No selfies. No selfies.
No mirror pictures.
Zero
No selfies.
selfies. Okay? You can have one with a friend and then one with a baby or a puppy because you want to pull on their heartstrings a little bit. One with a group of friends so that you hang out with people
So
that
your
are like
friends.
you. So you have friends.
Yeah.
Drop your Instagram handle in there at some point.
Just put it with one of the answers, right? Where do you put it?
Yeah. Put it with one of the answers.
Okay.
Do not post a picture of you and a fish.
That two do nots. No fish and no other girl. Why are guys posting a picture with a girl?
Unless it's your sister.
But we don't know
usually
that.
You have to explain yourself. Yeah.
Right.
Do one where you're doing something athletic so that
if that's your vibe.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
If that's your vibe. Or whatever you're interested in, like your hobby. So if you're artsy, you're into art, you're into museums, you're into hiking, whatever it is, do something that's your hobby and show that what your interest, so that it's another talking point.
Yeah.
I always think a video is kind of fun too.
I do like the videos. If you have like a non-cheesy video, do a video. I like the ones I've seen so far.
Agreed. Okay, so that's pretty much the main core pieces that you need.
Okay, this is a lot of things now, Chloe. I've lost track. So what was it? Okay, so a photo of him smiling, a photo of him serious. Dog or baby is
Those
fine.
two could be peppered in wherever.
Maybe like a dog or baby, something cutesy. Family, like a mom or grandma or something, dad.
Ooh, grandma, yeah.
And then travel photo or something that shows that you're adventurous or cultured.
Mm-hmm.
And then something that shows off like your hobby or an activity.
Yep.
And then our
I
no's
think
are no fish.
no pictures of fish, even though you are very excited to show your fishing trip. None with fish.
We're over the fish.
0.
And no girls.
No selfies.
Oh,
No girls, no fish, and no selfies.
thank you.
Okay.
Boys, write it down. Take notes.
And then what do females need? I think the biggest piece of advice for some females, make sure you're facing towards the light and you don't have a Snapchat filter on.
No puppy dog face.
None of that. Get rid of it.
Okay. So now that we've gone through the dating profiles, we're good to go. We're starting to swipe. We're starting to match. Okay, you've matched with someone. What are we saying now?
Okay, I am really bad when it comes to small talk. Neeloo, you might be able to speak more on this. I am really bad. I'm like, great, have a quick conversation. Here is my number. Or, usually it's like, here's my number. Text me. I'm not on here.
So you try and move off of the app as soon as possible.
100%. Because I don't sit there and like wait around. It's like, I'm not on that dating app all day. Do you talk to people on there?
Yeah, but if I'm really serious about like moving the conversation off, I'm like moving it off so that we can meet. There's no like, I don't really need to chit chat back and forth. Right. I FaceTime or we're meeting in person if I'm actually interested. If not, I'm just going to end the conversation after like a few messages probably. There's nothing worse than when you like someone's picture and then they match with you and then that's it. Just send a message instead of liking their picture.
100%.
Give them something that they can respond. I mean, if you're really hot, then you don't really have to try that hard probably.
But like have some personality, bring that to the table because that will catch my attention.
So we've done the dating app and we're like, okay, ready to do a FaceTime date. What's our like first FaceTime date going to be like?
Okay, can I just say, I know I have said this until I'm blue in the face, but I love FaceTime dates.
You love FaceTime dates.
Because like even like us right now, even though we have separation anxiety, we're sitting here looking at each other. And
hey, I love FaceTiming.
I love it. You get to know somebody on a different level because you're actually staring at them with like very little distractions.
Like I even love doing it with like my crushes, not even on dates. Like after we've met in person and have done the whole dating thing, I still like to use FaceTiming as communication. 100%. It's so fun.
It's just easy. You get the point across. I did a FaceTime date last night with someone and he ordered me dinner and ordered himself dinner. And
we had
dinner together.
Yeah.
It was really cute. It was really thoughtful. It was like a 2-hour date. I'm like, this is weird because it's hard because it's not physical, but it's fine.
But I think that's like what we need right now because we're about to do lockdown. So we're not going to be able to have as many date options. And if you're just getting to know someone for the first time, you don't want to just go to their apartment for your first date. Like then you're kind of in a weird situation. So a couple FaceTime dates is always good.
Yeah.
And then it's okay. Your third date or whatever, if it's at one of your apartments, it's not as weird.
Okay, but I didn't know what to wear. I know it sounds so silly, but I did not know what to wear because I'm like, okay, this is like a date. Like we have dinner. So should we really pretend? Should I dress up? Should I put my ball gown on? Like what should I do here? And instead I put like a crop top on with like a little.
Oh, did you?
Just kidding. No.
Oh, I was like, damn. Okay.
No. I did like something similar to what you have on. Like just an oversized
like cute
shirt
and casual kind of.
with a crop and some sweats. And he had on like a button up. But like a cotton one, so it was more casual. But I'm like, you dressed up for me. That's really cute.
Okay, I love him. For first time FaceTime dates, I would say wear like a cute little lounge set, something that's like comfy and casual, but that you still feel cute in. Or if you like really want to dress up, I feel like you could do like a blouse or something, but I'm more of a casual person, so I would do like a tank top and a sweatshirt or be lounge set or be like naked, wear a bra and underwear, whatever you want. You're in your own home. This would be the perfect
time for us to say, oh yeah, this is where we're dropping merch or Wonder Kid merch.
Guys, merch coming soon, we swear.
Said everyone.
No, let's stick on FaceTime for a second because you love FaceTime dates. I do too. We're comfortable with it. But if it's not something you're doing all the time, what are things you can do on the FaceTime date? I know you said you could do dinner together. You both order the same meal and eat together, but like, I feel like, okay, like maybe have other things just in case to talk about.
I mean, I did I'm not going to say and bring this up. Yeah. I did a
Chloe,
long
you
distance
have to.
relationship for a year and a half. So like our entire relationship was based on
Was
FaceTime.
Yeah.
Without getting too in depth of what we did, I have ideas. We would watch a movie together or cook together,
Yeah.
shower together, whatever you need to do.
You could, if you have a pet, you can like introduce your pets or your apartment tour if you're into that, and just like find an activity that you can do virtually, like play a game.
I think that's great. I also think people are so afraid of silence, and silence is
Mm-hmm.
okay. People
Yeah.
are so afraid of silence, of just like sitting there staring at each other. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like silence is
And it's
okay.
okay if
And
you're nervous. Like they're probably also nervous if it's your first FaceTime date.
So realistically, guys, we have quarantine ideas, which may be lame, I'm sorry. But if they are, then you need to just get a quarantine buddy, because if we go in lockdown again, you best
I
believe
need
second time
one.
around, we're doing it right.
Yeah. Now we
Did you have
know
a
we're
quarantine
better
buddy,
prepared.
Neeloo?
Kind of. He lived in a different city, which was weird.
Okay,
But
that's
I
not a
would
quarantine
drive
buddy.
to, is that not a
Oh,
quarantine buddy?
no. I guess if it's
I would drive and stay at his like house pretty much.
okay.
But I
Did he
don't,
have
maybe that's
a
not,
pool?
yeah, yes.
Honestly, that's ideal
So
situation.
like his dad
It's
had a
okay.
pool and we would just go and hang out there, and it was actually the best place except for the fact that he like kind of had a girlfriend. That's like a whole
Ruh-roh.
situation that I had met
Oh
actually. I
God.
had gone up. So they must have been like on
Why
a
do
break or
all
like
these
on and
people have
off.
girlfriends?
I don't know, but like then I had gone for like my last time there before I like moved out of Columbus, and he was like acting really weird. And then I find out that he's like fully dating this girl. So that
Okay.
was
Well,
fun.
that's fun. Okay. So he wasn't a good quarantine buddy or a good person, really.
It was
But
fun
this
while it
time around, we're going
lasted,
to do
I
it
guess.
different. I say there are a few things that are really important. My quarantine buddy was phenomenal because it was a friend.
Okay,
Actually,
how'd you guys meet?
back up for a minute. We both have the same friend group, and I had never met him. I went on a date with him just as friends. He was new out of a relationship, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought, you know what? He seems fun. Then we went to lockdowns. We went on one date together. And then we're like, hey, you want company? You want company? Great, let's do this.
Yeah.
So it was lovely because he also was great company. He cooks, he has a car,
Okay.
he likes to cuddle.
Ideal.
Okay, ideal situation,
Yes.
but we're friends. And we're still friends to this day because we're like, okay, I don't really know. We kind of missed the whole honeymoon phase. So if someone you want the honeymoon phase with, don't go into quarantine because
That
you
was
won't
our
have it.
issue with my guy
You
too.
won't have it.
It was like we were just spending so much time together that we'd like
You're like married.
skip yes. We were like spending multiple days on end together, meeting the whole like everyone, whatever. And it was
God.
just like,
I would like tell him, I'm like, hey, can you go run the stairs? I need my own private time to like get a shower and shit. And
yeah,
it's like, holy fuck, we totally passed the honeymoon phase. I can't even date you now because there needs to be
right.
secrecy and like, okay, good secrecy, like pee with the door closed, that sort of thing, not
Yeah.
like
A
secrecy.
little mystery in the beginning.
A
You don't need
little
to like know
mystery is
everything.
great. It's totally great. So yeah, we kind of friend zoned each other after that. And so
Like it was too
guys, be looking for
comfortable.
what you need in a quarantine buddy. We're different. We're very different people. I mean, honestly, he was newly out of a relationship, and I told him, and maybe this is shitty, but I told him, I'm like, you didn't actually get the chance to like date around. Like
Right.
you were in a serious relationship. We went on a friendly date, and then we went into quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
You never had that like fun period in between. You don't know if this is, you need to go like make
Explore
mistakes
life. Yeah.
and go date people and experience that before we really hop into anything.
When you were quarantining together, were you spending like multiple days together, like nights
Yeah,
together?
like weeks, like a
Yeah.
week at my place and then a week at his place and a week at my place. And
That's so intense for like an early
But it was
relationship.
easy. We learned
That's how,
acro
yeah,
yoga.
that's
Oh, that
how,
was another thing.
yeah.
We learned acro yoga. That was fun.
Did you learn it or did you just give it a try?
No, okay, sorry. We watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to do acro yoga, and we got pretty good.
Okay.
I have videos.
Okay, so
So I can
this time around, I think quarantine buddy wise, we need someone that like
yeah.
we're not spending multiple nights together. At least, I mean, I think I had the same kind of mistake as you. I think probably a lot of people in quarantine were like attached to the hip with their person.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing
You can't get away
else.
from it.
Yeah.
I will say I'm grateful though that I did have a quarantine buddy. It was a good time to be single and not, I mean, personally, I don't know how people are doing it with kids and a job and everything. Like I cannot, my anxiety levels are through the roof. I don't know how you guys do it. But now him and I are friends, and
now we're
I don't
looking for
know.
new
It's kind of
buddies.
backwards. It's kind of backwards. Usually it's like friend zone first and then fuck zone. And we went
fuck zone to friend zone.
Okay. Yep. I guess. Welcome to One Drink In.
Tonight we're not even drinking. I'm drinking coffee.
I like a sober
water?
Better. Water. It's okay. I could be drinking anything and it all tastes like water. Neeloo, have you ever dealt with anyone where you like in friend zone with them? How do you go from friend zone to fuck zone?
Oh.
Or do you?
I don't know. I don't really do that with my friends. I keep them pretty separate.
Okay, like, but so you go into like dating, you go on a dating app. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You go into dating and it's like, I'm going in because I'm interested in this person emotionally. I'm going in like with the mindset that I'm going to date them. Maybe.
See, I don't go into the mindset of dating them.
Okay.
Is that bad?
No, that's not at all.
I go into the mindset of like, I'm going to meet this person and I might have a new friend. And
yeah, same.
And then I might like them. It's like one or the other. It's not like, I don't think I'm going to like, because I think I'm like negative in that aspect where I'm like, I'm probably not going to like him, but like, I'm going to give it a try. And worst case, he'll be we can be friends maybe.
So that's what I'm saying. I go in very similar. When dating apps, I'll go in just to meet a new friend. I think that's the mindset you have to have. Yeah. So I think we're both dead on. Like, go in as friends. I'm friend zoning them before I am bringing any emotion to the table.
I think you have to be friendly in the beginning before you even like can think about dating, right? Like you want to get along with them on a friend level and then take it to the next level. Yeah.
I think that's too, when you're on these apps or you're going on dates, it's so important to set the expectation on what is this going to be. Mm-hmm. And when I go in as hey, this is going to be a friendship, because I think when you go on dating apps, you can go in with the expectation that I'm looking to get married to someone. And I think you should have the mindset that you're going in to meet a new person. And if something comes from it, great. But sometimes that scares people if you kind of go in hot, then going in as like a friend.
Do guys go on to the dating app thinking that? Because I feel like
I don't think so.
I was going to say, I don't think they would. So I don't.
But I've been able to ask, like, I think it's important to ask guys like what they're looking for in like an indirect way. Like,
so I don't think I've ever asked a guy what they're looking for first date.
So I indirectly find out.
Yeah, like how do you find out? What's a good way to find out?
I feel like no guy, and maybe girls too, but like no guy is gonna be like, I'm ready to get married. They might be like, you know what? I'm ready to like tame it down a little bit. The partying's getting out of control.
Right.
Eventually I would like to settle down, and you can kind of get an idea. There are a handful of my guy friends, and the perfect example of maybe why they're my guy friends, because at that point they're like, I'm looking to meet fun people and have fun experiences and honestly just be single for a while. Like they're going in with the mindset this is fun. They're not looking for anything serious. So I know right then to pull back some of my emotions, and I'm not going to bring everything to the table, because that's not who necessarily I want to invest my time in if they're not looking for the same thing that I'm looking for.
Right. Yeah. I think it's
Personally.
good to, no, I think it's good to try and find out what their expectations are, but I think it's hard to kind of start that conversation. One, you don't want to scare them away and be this girl who's like, so what are you looking for? Like a first date.
True.
And they're like, you're a psychopath. I'm just seeing if I can even have a conversation with you. And
Right.
then two, it's like, are they even going to really be honest? You know what I mean?
So, okay, then let's fast forward in the relationship. I think maybe once you do find out what they're looking for, right? Like, again, I think it's so important to set the expectation or find out what they're looking for as soon as you can without necessarily asking. Because if you go in like saying, you want something really serious, and he doesn't want anything serious, and he has maybe voiced that, or maybe he hasn't directly voiced that, but you're like, I can put the puzzle pieces together. It's all about like actually listening to
what he's doing,
they're indirectly saying. Yeah.
Right. Like his
And
actions.
I think that's when a lot of people get disappointed.
Yeah. I think I'm just like at the point where I just expect everyone to the bare minimum from like guys. I'm like, they're all like, I don't
go with a grain of salt.
Yeah. Like I just don't have any expectations anymore, because it's just like, until they like literally say to me like what they want is something more, then that's it. Right? Like if a guy wants to be with you, he will show you that he wants to be with you.
I agree.
And so if they're not, then there's my answer. As much as it might suck, it's like,
yeah.
And you can entertain it, but I think you like deep down we know what the answer is.
And I think
we don't want to always accept it, but
yeah. I mean, none of us want to accept it. We all are like, oh no, like we can change them, or like maybe they'll change their mind. I'm going to invest more time. But like, I guess this is just saying, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if he's not investing time in you and you are investing time in him, and you guys you have different paths or you have different expectations, you need to invest your time somewhere else.
If you're putting in way more work and effort than he is, bye.
I mean, I guess like if you have to ask, you have your answer. The quote that I live by.
Yeah.
I also think it's give and take. It should always be give and take. Always ask their love languages, as silly as it sounds. I think that's really important, and an easy, fun way to communicate. Everyone loves gifts, so don't say you love gifts first. Try to be humble. And then you'll figure out what you want and what you don't want and what you deserve. I think that's like where, I don't know, you got to make mistakes. You got to go on a lot of dates and figure out what you want.
Has there been a guy that you have put more time and effort into that you've liked, and they don't give it back to you, but they give you just enough to keep you there, to keep you like hooked?
Definitely.
Right. Like that's the heart. Right. 100%. I think it's like,
he like fits all the boxes. He's like perfect, but he doesn't want me right now. And it's not like necessarily you as a person. It's more like he's not in that point in his life. Yeah. And that's where we like try to be like, oh, he'll change, he'll do this. And I think we've all had that guy.
Well, and then there's the times when they do give you like that attention or what you want to hear. And like, you're like, you hold on to that and you're like, oh, okay, there's this like glimpse of hope. And then he goes back to not. And then you're waiting for the next time for him to kind of say those things again or do those things again. Right. And you're just in this like cycle of getting high off of this feeling of when he does give you the attention you want. But if you take a step back and like look at it, you're like, he's doing it when it's convenient for him, when he wants to hang out or talk. And he knows that you're always going to want him and be there for him. And he's like, taking advantage of that almost.
I mean, that's an emotional roller coaster is what you just described.
Yeah.
And if he's texting you late at night and only late at night, you know what I mean?
But not even just it's not even the late at night things. It's the times when he texts you during the day and he FaceTimes you randomly during the day. And you're like, oh my God, that was like really cute. but then you're like, wait, he's just bored, or he has showed me so many times that this isn't what he wants, but I'm like holding on to these few moments that I think it's going to become something, and it never does. And maybe not
like
never, but
like reverse that though. Say you call him out of the blue when it's convenient for you. Does he answer? Is he responsive? Or is it just whenever it's convenient for
commit for him.
Wants that high, that attention, and you're there waiting at his feet. That is that we can't do that. We cannot.
And I mean, I've definitely been there.
We're all guilty of it. We're all guilty of it.
100%.
Of like, oh, when's he gonna text me back? Like, oh my God, he's on Instagram. I can see he was on Instagram an hour ago. Like, he didn't text me 3 hours. Okay, sorry, that was crazy coming up. Okay, but those moments that you do really like, I think it's important. You can hold on to those. You also have to think about the lows how you feel at your lowest, because that
when he's not answering you, or when he's ignoring you, when he's with other girls, there's your answer.
And that roller coaster, I think when you hit those lows, you get the high again, and then you appreciate the high even more because you're like, man, I didn't get this before. Right. So it needs to be more consistent.
Yeah. It's almost like being at the casino or gambling. Like you are at the slots, you're pulling it, and then you win once, and then you go again, and you're like, oh, I lost, but you keep going because you might win again. And it's the same thing. It's like, okay, he gives you this high at times, and then it's low, and then another high. And you just keep waiting for the next high again, thinking, okay, I can get that feeling again. And then you just are in this cycle, and it's like hard to break when it's someone you really like, but they're not giving you what you deserve. And that's when you need to realize to just walk away sometimes.
You can give yourself that high again by putting that energy into yourself.
Yes.
I think. I know it's easier said than done, but
for sure,
we all do look for that high. Whether that's through the dating apps or, you're like, great, I need 5 guys to match with me so I have new exciting guys. We're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
That's where it's so important that we need to focus on where we're putting our energy.
And I think it goes either way. If you're a guy and a girl's doing this to you too.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
If a girl's like stringing you along, again, communication. I casually dated a guy for a little while, and I'll be honest, emotionally and mentally, I was not in a good place. And I told him that, and he was there, and I was grateful to have him there, but he also was not a punching bag, and he didn't deserve that. And I'm like, you know what? You're giving me 100, and I'm giving you maybe 25.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel good about that. So I had to voice like, hey, this isn't okay that you're like sitting at my feet, waiting for my every move. I mean, it's literally a girl's dream. Okay, it's a girl's dream, but if it's not a good fit, that's not good. It's not good.
100%.
And I needed to cut it off, but I just didn't have the fucking balls to do it.
Right.
I was just like, you know what? I'm going to tell him I'm giving him 25% and he's going to go away. But he kept sticking around to the point I'm like, okay, this is a really, really hard decision that I need to make. But like, this is not fair to you.
Right.
And now he's like married with a baby, and like, I'm good luck Chuck. If anybody knew that was a perfect example of good luck Chuck, because he wasn't treated right. And then the next girl he met, he's like, oh my God, this is what it's like to be treated like a princess, No, so on both ends.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I've been there before where this guy likes you and he's doing all these amazing things for you, but it's not exactly what you want, but you like it enough that you like string it along because it feels good to have that attention and being treated well and all that. But you're like, this isn't who I really want to be with. So what am I really doing? So I think it can go either way. Girls definitely do it just as much as guys do. I think guys maybe just is probably what I experience more. I'm on that end more than I am on the other.
But you can't, if you're on the end of, having someone, you can't receive new opportunities if your hands are full.
Right.
So like, that is why it's so important to, whether that's setting the expectation up front or cutting it off because it's not a good fit, as difficult as it is. That's why it's so important, because you can't like manifest. Here we go with the woo-woo. You can't manifest something good or someone new if your hands are already preoccupied with 4 other guys or 1 other guy. Depending on what your roster looks like, I don't know.
Yeah. My roster's kind of like bare right now. It's pretty stale. How's
So
your
is
roster
mine.
looking?
I think it's okay though. I'm like actually happy that it's non-existent right now.
Like, I don't think I have
Like we're dating.
anyone. Yeah, you're pretty much my closest relationship right now.
Like you are my relationship right now.
We'll see how my date this weekend goes, and then we'll regroup. He might be making a
Yeah,
spot on the roster.
if he's still here this winter.
Well, that might give me a good place.
I'll see you there. I was just gonna be the third wheel, but double date's fine too.
You can bring your date.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Now that we're going into lockdown, I feel like we're gonna have to get creative with how we're meeting guys and dating. And I kind of want to do like an Instagram dating, like how SFK does.
Oh, yeah. Well, kind of like what
really
we were doing
serious.
so toying around with the idea of doing FaceTime dates, but via live Instagram. We'd love to know your thoughts. Neeloo, you're down, right?
Yeah.
If I set you up on a first date?
Yes. To do it live on Instagram.
Yeah.
If the guy is down, I am down.
Should we do it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little nervous because Instagram lives are really scary, but okay, if you guys think we should do it, let's find a day, Neeloo.
We're going to do it for sure. Since quarantine's happening and real life dates are going to be on pause, let's do some live dating.
Also, whoever you guys think we should go on dates with that you would like to see everything unfold, set us up. We'll
make a little Google folder thing or drive and you can submit your bachelors.
That would be fun. Okay, cool. Okay. This will be fun.
All right, you guys, that's all for this week's episode. Thanks for listening, and we will see you all next Thursday.
Bye.